Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Mel Goes Wild. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking you through your 10 hiking backpack essentials. When you're getting outdoors, it's always about planning and preparing. So having these items will ensure that if there is an emergency, that you're better prepared for it. Like our hiking clothing layering system, there is also a system for when we're packing our 10 essentials. Remember that the 10 essentials can be broken down into systems, and those systems can be changed depending on the nature of your outing. The 10 essential systems are hydration, nutrition, protection, illumination, shelter, first aid, repair kit and knives, fire, insulation and navigation. Whenever you step into the mountains or on a day hike or when you're camping, it's good to get into this habit of making sure that you have these items in your backpack at all times. So if you were to open up your backpack now, ask yourselves these 2 questions. Do I have all the essential items to prevent emergencies and respond positively should one occur? And can you safely spend a night or more outside? If the answer is no, it's probably time to review what's in your backpack. Hydration. I use a 2-litre bladder to store my water in my backpack. If you don't have a bladder, you can of course use water bottles. I find the bladder easier as it means I can sip as I hike rather than stopping every time I need to hydrate. This is a personal preference, of course. Sometimes the additional stops are worthwhile as it allows you to pause and take in what's around you. I also carry some method of treating water, like this Sawyer water filter system. It comes with a squeeze pouch that simply attaches to the filter. As a backup, I carry chlorine tablets. Drop the tablet into the water and it will kill bacteria and viruses. You may need to carry more water than that depending on factors like the outside temperature, altitude and level of exertion, or in case of an emergency. Nutrition. Always pack a full day's worth of food for your hike. I typically bring a sandwich, a piece of fruit, jellies, some trail mix and chocolate. Always chocolate. Bring food you like that will keep you fueled and happy. There's nothing worse than being hungry with a backpack full of snacks you don't even enjoy. I also pack extra food like energy bars, nuts and dried fruits in case something causes my trip to go on longer, such as an injury or bad weather. It's a good idea to pack items that don't require cooking and that have a long shelf life. Protection. For hot sunny hikes, they are few and far between in Ireland. Make sure to pack sunglasses, sunscreen and a peaked hat. Not doing so can result in sunburn or heat exhaustion or even heat stroke. For cold, wet and windy hikes, which is usually the case in Ireland, make sure to pack your rain protection like your waterproof jacket and pants. Illumination. If you get lost in the trail and you start to lose light, then being able to find your way at night is essential. You should always have a light source with you. A headlamp is the preferred choice as it frees your hands up if needing to use your map/phone for navigation. And always carry extra batteries. Shelter. Always carry some type of emergency shelter to protect you from wind and rain in case you get stranded or injured on the trail. Popular options include a survival bag or a bivy sack, an emergency space blanket, or a group shelter. A group shelter is great to have on a windy or rainy hike. Take shelter underneath to stay warm and dry while enjoying your lunch. First aid. It's vital to carry and know how to use the items in your first aid kit. Your first aid kit should include treatments for blisters, adhesive bandages of various sizes, and several gauze pads, adhesive tape, disinfecting ointment, scissors, your own pain medication, never give medication to others, gloves, a mask, and hand sanitizer. Knives and repair kits. I'm laughing at the amount of knives I own, but they are handy for gear repair, food preparation, first aid, making kindling, or other emergency needs. There are many options for knives. A single fold-out blade like these ones here, and more elaborate knives that include multi-tools, like a flathead screwdriver, a can/bottle opener, for wine obviously, and or a pair of fold-out scissors. For your repair kit, in addition to your knife, a small gear repair kit can get you out of a bind. Items can include duct tape, cordage and safety pins. If you're heading on a multi-day hike, bring repair parts for your water filter, tent poles, stove and sleeping pad. Fire. In case of an emergency, you need to have reliable supplies with you for starting and maintaining a fire. A fire starter, as the name implies, is an element that helps you jumpstart a fire and is indispensable in wet conditions. The ideal fire starter ignites quickly and sustains heat for more than a few seconds. Options include dry tinder or even lint trappings from a household clothes dryer. Insulation. Conditions in Ireland aren't always favourable, so it's necessary to carry extra clothes beyond those required for your trip. I always carry an extra insulating hat, pair of socks, gloves, and a layer of clothing. Navigation. There's no point in telling you to bring a map and a compass unless you know how to use them. If you don't, I recommend signing up to a navigation course or completing your Mountain Skills 1 and 2 training, which is accredited by Mountaineering Ireland. You should never really venture into the open mountains unless you have the navigation skills to do so. On short day hikes that are easy to navigate, like a well signposted forest trail or a trail that you are familiar with, you might choose to navigate with apps like View Ranger and All Trails. However, make sure to bring power banks in case your phone runs out of battery, which it can do in cold temperatures. My top tip this week. I keep most of my 10 essentials in a small waterproof 5-litre dry bag, which makes it easy to move from one backpack to another. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new as always. And please, 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 if you did like the episode, I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, if you could like the video and drop some love in the comments below. Also, I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody that has become a patron of Mel Goes Wild. You now are a marble and you live in a jar. Your patronage allows me to continue to create this video series for you. You can find the page at patreon.com/galsgonewild with an underscore at the end. You can also find me and our Gals Gone Wild community on Instagram. You can contact me for partnerships, or if you have any questions, please do email me at mel@galsgonewild.com. And you can see more of what Gals Gone Wild is all about on our website, galsgonewild.com. And until next week, make sure to get outdoors and go wild.